Welcome back to Critical Moment. We're still with Khun Hester Chiu, Chairman of Executive Committee and CEO of McThai. This is the critical part of this show. What is your critical moment, Khun Hester? You've been here since what, 2006 with McDonald's?
I've been in Thailand since 1988.
Okay, since 88 to now, one critical moment that you remember and you would never forget?
Well, the one that we really need to manage through prolonged period was last year's flooding.
The flood?
The flood period. Now that was really a critical moment for, I think not just myself, but I think for the country and many people around.
Whose fault was it?
I'm not here to say whose fault was it. The question was, could we have prevented it or could we have known it a bit? Being here for 23 years, this is the worst flood that we have. We've seen other floods, but this is the worst.
How exactly did it affect you?
Well, for one, we had 26 restaurants closed.
Okay.
Because we're part of shopping center, shopping malls were closed, so we were closed.
But you guys must have insurance.
I have no problem with the closure, right? Because the insurance cover our business interruption. But the employees, we have 1,000 employees that could not turn up for work. It's not because they do not want to, their homes are flooded. All right? Given that 70% of our employees are part-timers, what did they do? If they do not work,
no money.
No money. But during that period, what we did was we offered all part-timers 50% income. Based on their average last 3 months income, we pay them 50% despite they're not coming to work. All full-timers will continue to be paid full-time their salaries.
Okay, that's very kind of you.
Well, no,
how do you get all that money?
It's not our critical moment, it's their critical moment.
Okay.
Right, so going through the situation then, empathizing, knowing what happened to our staff, because at the end of the day, work is like a family. We spend more time together as an organization, as people, than at home.
Are you saying that you're counting your part-time employees as part of your family?
Why not?
They're just part-time?
So, they're still wearing a McDonald's uniform. They're still going through our McDonald's culture. And for us, we treat all our crew members and so on, whether it's the maid, the maiban, whether it's the crew member, doesn't matter. But we're part of the same family. We even rented 50 apartments, hotel rooms for some to stay. We have our restaurant, second floor open for them to stay because, again, during those times that you call, they couldn't go home, there's no place to stay. So we had to find temporary accommodation for up to 2 months, in fact 2.5 months. We even had to buy mama noodles from Chiang Mai. Because Bangkok all gone.
Oh, okay.
So when our truck sent food up to Chiang Mai, we loaded up with mama and bring back to Bangkok and distributed to those areas the flood.
Okay.
We even bought...
Why didn't you bring in McDonald's stuff?
McDonald's is there.
Okay.
McDonald's is there, but sometimes they want something extra.
Varieties.
Right? So we want them to have a convenient. So having mama is something convenient for them they can eat too. We even brought in medication from Jakarta, like dengue and cream and so on, because we're running out here.
Right,
We effort in from Jakarta. We got McDonald's Jakarta to help us to bring the medication in and distribute it to the key areas where the flood is, so that the restaurants have diarrhea medication, rashes and so on. So everything on standby.
So the restaurant have all this medication, all this mama, and water.
Yes.
How about your stuff, your products?
Our product, fortunately, we did not run out of products. Our supply chain is very, very strong.
But you just say last time that your supply chain is not up to par.
For cost efficiency. For cost efficiency, we can still improve. For logistic reach, for example, we have warehouse in Chonburi, Palam Song.
Yes.
So we move our warehouse out as well.
Okay.
So
that's a smart move.
So wherever we can, well, if the road is not flooded, right? In many areas, McDonald's is the only one that's opening. the rest of the competition has no product, they are closed. Right? Because the supply chain, transport, logistic can reach where products. We have crisis meeting every morning, 8 o'clock reporting in. People and supply chain. So these are two critical elements. So we worked through that for a period of October, our flight I think was October 14 or 15, and right through to December. So every day was a review. And on weekends, we have conference calls. So all my direct reports from their home or whatever will have conference call to discuss what's happening. And every weekend, the team is out in the field, making sure that we go there to make sure the staff are fine.
These are the McDonald's employees working outside of McDonald's for the society as a whole.
That's right.
And they get paid on a regular basis still.
Precisely.
Are they happy about that?
I believe they are. I think we've been very fair. We can't be paying full salary, but all the part-timers who are not working still get half salary based on the past 3 months. So that's something which we feel that is, I mean, if we do CSR from outside, this is internal CSR. We will look after our own people first.
Well, for rating the happiness index on the scale of 1 to 10, of course 10 is the highest, how would you think your happiness scale within your company would rate to be?
Last year, we were awarded the Aon Hewitt Best Employer Award for Thailand and also Asia Pacific. If I
you hire professional.
So that's by professional, and they came in, did the survey, they did all the chat with the staff. If I look at that as a score, I think we are in the high 9.
Almost perfect score.
It will never be perfect, but I'm happy with it.
So do you think this score can be applicable to the Thai society as a whole? The happiness of the Thai people?
Wow, that's a tough question. Answer is, I'm not sure we're there yet, because inflation is fairly high now. Right? I think everybody is struggling with traffic.
What, you're saying 4 something is high?
Well,
it's the average of the world.
Yeah, but that is the number that we read. But if you go and look at our kway teow, now it's getting smaller. You look at the food. I think when we look at inflation number, we go down and look at what's on the ground. Right? If you look at the noodle shop, they're up from 30 baht. When 30 baht to 40 baht, it's not 4-5% increase. That's 30% increase. Even 30 baht to 35 baht, that's still double-digit increase.
That's true. That's true.
Right? So basically, I think especially our lower income that goes a day, their increase percentage is probably higher. When we take a blended average, everything, cars and housing, and maybe the percent is 4-5%. But when you go down and look at that food, I think that percentage is much higher.
And the food affects them the most.
And food hits our pocket the most. Well, if we're hungry, we can work.
So you're saying that happiness is very much affected by the inflation rate. I
think inflation is one of the items.
That's very economic thinking.
Aren't we all here supposed to be for economic as well? every country aspires to grow.
Right.
Whether we are in developing or developed status, right? You look at the US, it's still continue to push to grow. Right? So we are no different. I think we can continue to push. And with AAC coming in a couple of years, we need to sharpen our competitiveness and grow even harder. And how do we make these people, the Thai people as a whole, not just McDonald's, happier? We cannot do the inflation control thing. What can we do? I think our government, one, we need a stable government. I think stable government is important.
Well, this government has been here for a year. It's stable.
Yeah, I think this government year has been relatively stable. I'm from Singapore.
As
Singapore government, as you can see, 60% vote is not good. Right, the PAP. Right. I think for here I think we need continued strong government. I think 1 year is a good start. Right. I'm wishing PM Yingluck continue to drive through her policy. I think we need crucial policy in terms of financial discipline, in terms of education. I think those are the areas I think very crucial for the future of Thailand.
So inflation rate needs to be lower, the government needs to be more stable so that people will be happier.
I think giving clearer direction.
Clear direction.
So people know where we're heading. So I think if people know where we're heading, overall, I think the satisfaction level will be better. I mean, we keep seeing we have ABAC poll and different poll all together. And I think that is the pulse of the people as to where we think we should be going.
Okay. We're heading to the very end of our show. Just a moment. Hello, this is Kritical, your host for Critical Moment, a know-how show of doing business successfully in Thailand and AEC. So, what is your critical moment? See me every week at MCOT World.